Well, this just came in the mail today. This is just some of what came in the mail today, so it looks like I'm going to be busy. I've been spending some time getting these made, and I like to have the solid cup there with the holes at the bottom there for drainage and everything like that. So, and then get some nice loose potting mix and all of that. And these ones, these blanks, these are empty and they're going to need planted. And I moved some of my older sweet potato, more mature sweet potatoes. I moved them around. These ones are getting started. They're just getting started. So, and all this white powder, that's like I said, that's a diatomaceous earth. I'm still dealing with aphids. I'm trying to get rid of these things. But they even got on some of my lettuce. This one doesn't look too bad, but I know they're on some of these other ones. There's a little fungus gnat. He's not a problem, but the little aphids are the little red ones. And right there's an aphid. Yeah, they're not really good for. But look at my bunching onions are looking pretty good. They're bunching onions. It's not chives, it's bunching onions. So what I'm looking for is the bulbs down here to get bigger. But they're getting there. They're getting some good tops on them. Pretty soon they'll start to bulb. But and there I am getting sidetracked again. But what I need are these. Probably 5 of them at least, because I got 5 different. Maybe it's 4. 2 of those are the same. They're both snowball cauliflower hybrid white cauliflower. Yeah, those 2 right there are the same thing. I only need to plant one tray's worth. That's 16. So if I get 16 cauliflower and 16 broccoli and 16 green cabbage and 16 red cabbage is kind of what I'm aiming for to get started. I might get multiples, because I seed 2 in each thing, and maybe I get multiples. Maybe they make it, and that's fine. We'll see how it all kind of plays out and when it actually comes time to planting. But it looks like I got some stuff to do. Gonna be a little bit busy. Let's see if I can get this. I don't know if that'll hold still or that's even a good angle to have it at. Uh, Probably. This is more time consuming than anything, but anybody worth his salt will tell you it's a lot of preparation is what it is. It's all kinds of preparation, It's like it took me a while to I built all of these tables with probably scrap materials that I found. A lot of these you can tell they're just like recycled pallets and things like that. And I built, so I built all these tables in my cold frame. I built all those tables. I built all the different cages that you see outside. Maybe you'll see them outside to keep the deer and stuff off of the plants as they're growing. Part of what I got to do now as I'm filling these is just some recycled potting mix, but it's bound to have big old wood chunks that don't go in there, or other things, other lumpy materials that might set on top of your seed, seedling, and then weigh it down, and then it has a hard time getting to the surface. A lot of times they'll just worm around it, which is fine, but it doesn't always work that way. you want a nice loose potting mix, and so that's what I'm trying to come up with here. I just gotta fill these, and then I'll label them. You know, one will say red cabbage, one will say green cabbage, one will say broccoli, one will say cauliflower. You know, I don't go into the details about, because it'll say snowball, or it'll say bell star, or it'll say something like that. And I don't care about all that. Now that's kind of a sneaky thing. Now just because you name it, that's fine. But sometimes what you got to look out for when they're naming it is they're trying to maybe patent that variety, and then you're going down this rabbit hole that you don't want to go down. Where now all of a sudden it's your, it's like you bought it and you paid for it and you're growing it and you're caring for it and it's in your garden. And I guess you've got a right to eat it, but if you want to save those seeds or if you want to take it to a farmer's market or something like that, well, it's intellectual property. It's patented property. It belongs to somebody else, which makes no sense to me. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, you're going down a dark and shady rabbit hole that I don't agree with. A lot of us in the gardening community don't agree with. But to be honest, the gardening community is it's actually a pretty small community. So we get outvoted because we're a democracy. We get outvoted. We're not even like, it's not even that your average person, your average voter would even concern himself with stuff like that. They probably aren't even aware. But a lot of times what you're doing is you're fighting the money. You're fighting the money. So um, there's good and bad to everything, but you got to be aware of both. And play to your strengths and play to your enemy's weaknesses, right? So I would say their weakness is greed. Our strength is resilience. just just common sense and knowing when we're getting screwed over. It's like, now wait a minute. I did all that work. If they want to play that game and they want to patent their intellectual property, I guess that's fine. But if they want to play that game, I guess that's fine. But people like me, it's like we pay attention and we lean away from stuff like that. And we buy other more heirloom varieties or open pollinated varieties. Or we save seeds that maybe it was a hybrid once upon a time, but we save them seeds and we just kind of cross pollinate it and find out what it turns into. And now we got something else entirely. So, yeah, try not to let people worry you too much with that stuff. It's not that important. So you just avoid stuff like that. If somebody's trying to get greedy with it, think they're being cute, think they're being clever, and they get greedy, you just avoid them. There you go. So once you got a tray like that, and then you fill all your seeds and you put your label in there and you water it. These are nice because you can fill the tray at the bottom there. You fill that with water and then set that in the water. So you don't disturb your seedlings. I'll just repeat that as many times as necessary until I'm satisfied with the number of seedlings I have. I'm getting to go on it. It's a little bit early for my climate, for my zone, to be starting some of these. It's not too early though. And that affords me that little extra couple of weeks, basically, like, well, if something doesn't germinate, or it doesn't germinate that well, I can go back and redo it. That way I get a full tray, because that's what I'm after here. I want a full tray. Time to grow up.